How's everybody doing? I didn't even have the music playing. Rookie mistake there. Sorry, guys. So we're a couple seconds into this here. Thank you for joining me. This is USB Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast. This is our first ever live attempt, so thank you for being with us. And I do anticipate a few hiccups along the way. Like I said, this is the first time we're doing this. I thank you for being with me. I'm just trying to make sure that everything is populating the way that it's supposed to, and kind of get into it. What we're going to cover today is we're going to cover the spring sports recap. So if you're unfamiliar with what we do here, cover Twilla County High School sports. We're here in Utah. We've got Grantsville, Twilla, and Stansbury High Schools, and we're going to be adding a fourth one here shortly, Deseret Peak. And so what we try to do is we try to showcase and cover some of these sports for those guys and highlight the players and athletes. So I do appreciate everybody, being a part of what we've been doing so far. It's been great. And again, just give me a few seconds. Of the first time doing this live, so I'm trying to get it all shared out there, and and make sure people are able to tune in. But nonetheless, thank you for being here. Cover high school sports for Twilla County, Utah. So that's where we're going to get into. So what we're going to cover today is we're going to cover the spring sports recap. Okay, I'm just going to get right into it. I'm not even going to bother trying to share it because I'm distracting myself, and it's probably messing up the whole routine, the whole shebang. So, but with that, we do have a special interview today. I reached out on these socials and asked if anybody would be interested in participating in this trial run, because this will be the first one. I also don't plan on keeping it at 1 p.m. Because I know a lot of people have obligations, especially in the morning times and early afternoons on Sundays. But nonetheless, for right now, this is what we're rolling with. So please feel free to head over to the chat. Let me know if everything sounds all right and if you guys enjoy it. And we'll just kind of roll right into it. So we're gonna start with soccer for our spring recap. So the Twilla men's soccer team, they went 8-10 with overall record. They were 6-8 in region, placing them in 6th place for 4A Region 10. Now they were eliminated in the first round of the postseason by Logan High School. So they were led in goals, by number 8 Kason Walker. I don't know if that was a typo. Maybe I typed it wrong, but number 8 Walker, he's a senior. He led the team with 10 goals. Number 11 Maverick Clarkson, a junior, led with an assist with 6 total on the season. And number 12 Frank Wilcox, a senior, who is going to be, Arizona Christian College or something like that, if I remember right, from earlier in the season. So good luck to him moving forward. But he finished the season with 93 saves on the year. So good job to you guys. It's unfortunate, obviously you want to make it to the end there, but good season all the way around. They struggled here and there, but they made some bounce backs, especially in the latter part of the season. So good job to them. Grantsville men's soccer, they would finish the season with an overall record of 4-13 overall, 2-8 in region, placing them in 5th place, 3A Region 13. They were eliminated in the second round of the postseason play by Manti. Unfortunately, on Max Preps, there was no stats available for them. So that's a little unfortunate. That sucks. But we'd love to give those players a shout out. But it's just not a thing. So they didn't have any stats. So good job, guys. Obviously, 4-13. That's a tough season. But you did pretty good in that first round of the playoffs, and it looks like you played a pretty good team in the second round there. So keep your heads up and bounce back for next year. As for Stansbury men's soccer, they would finish their season 11-8 with an overall record of 11-8, 8-6 on for region play, 3rd in 4A Region 10. They were eliminated in the second round against Green Canyon. I think I might have typoed that. Oh well. But either way, they were number 7, Diego Gonzalez, a senior. He led the team with 8 goals on the season. He also led the team with 5 assists on the season. And number one, Karsten Ohmert, Ohmert. Apologies for that. He's a junior. He finished the season with 83 saves and 17 goals allowed. So goals against him. So pretty good ratio there. Good job, young man. And way to go to Stansbury men's soccer. Getting to that second round. Again, you want to get to the end, obviously, but definitely something to hang your head high about. So good job to you guys. We will transition into Tooele men's volleyball. They finished their season with an overall record of 2-24. They went 0 for 12 in their region, so not a solid season for those guys. They finished seventh in 4A Region 10, and unfortunately, there was no stats listed for them either. So tough season for them for sure. Hopefully, they're able to take some things and kind of bounce back from that. Yeah. Yeah, tough season. Grantsville men's volleyball, they went 6 for 16 overall, 7-3 in region, third in 3A Region 1, losing in the state championship game to their inter-region rivals Morgan. So they did pretty good in the postseason. Definitely, um, definitely did really well in the postseason. And just fell a little bit short right there at the end. So good job to them. Number 7, Hunter Powell, a junior. He led the team with 377 kills, according to Max Preps. Number 9, Joe Bailey, the senior. He led the team with 46 aces. Number 23, Corbin Hislop, a senior as well. He led the team with 128 overall blocks, according to Max Preps. So good job to those athletes, those young men there. Way to go, and good job to the team. I mean, you made it all the way to the state championship, and looking to repeat, and you fell a little short, but hey, what a season for you guys. Good job. As for Stansbury, their men's volleyball team, they went 9-9 with overall record, 6-6 in region, fourth in 4A Region 10, and they lost in the second round against Crimson Cliffs. So 500 season for them, not too bad. They did make it into the postseason play. They just fell a little bit short against Crimson Cliffs there. Yeah, number 8, Zach Jeremiah, a senior. He led with 78 kills on the season. He also led with 17 aces on the season. And number 23, Maddox Klusner. I hope I said that correctly. A senior, Kluesner. He led the team with 24 total blocks overall. And so I also don't think, just because of the comparison with the other teams, I don't think those are complete stats. I think there might have been some games missing, but either way, that's what was listed. So good job to them. Great season. Hopefully you guys can identify some stuff and come back even stronger next year. As for softball, the Tooele softball team was 12-15 overall, 9-3 in region. They ended up in second place for 4A Region 10, and they would lose in the super regional round against Desert Hills. They had a really good season. Definitely something to be proud about. Number 3, Hunter Cooley, Culley, the junior. She led the team with 7 home runs on the season. Great job to her. Number 10, Bella Pacheco, the sophomore. She led with 30 runs. Good job, young lady. Number 14, Kenny Molgard, a sophomore as well, led with 67 strikeouts. So there's your stat leaders for Tooele. Great job, ladies. You really, I think, fooled some people in those regional games, and maybe shocked a few people, and you came in and just fell short in the second round there, but definitely should be proud of yourselves. Great job. As for Grantsville softball, they went 25-8 for their overall record, 10-0 in region, first in 3A Region 13, and they ended up winning the 3A state championship. So good job to them. What a run that was for them. Very dominant performance most of the season for them. So good job. Number 3, Elise Smith, the senior. She led the team with 8 home runs on the year. Number 13, Eden Wrestle, junior. She led with 45 runs. And number 18, Hayden, by the way, the junior, she led the team with 114 strikeouts. So good job to those young ladies standing out there on the stat sheet. And congratulations to the Grantsville softball team for winning yet another state championship. So good job to you guys. Stansbury softball, they went 12-13 overall, 12-2 in region, first in 4A Region 10, and they would end up losing to Bear River, unfortunately, in this super regional round. But what a season it was for them. I got to catch a few of their games. I was really impressed with the way that they dug in, and even when it kind of looked dark, they would dig in and kind of pull themselves back out. So good job to them. Their pitcher Brinley Jones, I was really impressed with at one of the games that I went to. Yeah, she did phenomenal. But number 12, Bonnie Barnett, the junior, she led with 4 home runs on the season. Number 1, Savannah Merritt. Number 4, Tessa Baker, a senior, tied with 29 runs according to Max Preps. And number 3, Brinley Jones, the junior. She led with 66 strikeouts on the season. So great job to those ladies for hitting the top there on those stat sheets. And what a season you guys had. I mean, you end up winning region. So good job to you. Congratulations. And yeah, I mean, come back, keep at it. Looks like you got some returners that should be there next year to keep you guys competitive. So definitely a great season. Good job, and we're proud of you and happy for you. So we're going to transition into baseball now. So the Tooele baseball team went 6-20 for an overall record, 4-11 in region. Put them in 5th place for 4A Region 10, and they would lose to Cedar in the regional round of postseason play. They were led by in home runs by number 24, Maddox Von Hatten, a senior. He had 4 on the season. Number 1, Gabe Sutherland, a junior, led with 24 runs, according to Max Preps. And number 9, Carson Freeman, the senior, led with 43 strikeouts. So, obviously 6-20, a little bit of work to be done there, right? And I'm sure you guys have identified plenty of stuff. So we're rooting for you. Make those adjustments, come back stronger next year. And yeah, let's see what you guys can do. And Grantsville baseball, 15-13 overall record, 7-3 in region, 3rd in 3A Region 13. They would end up losing to Juab in I guess you could call it round 3 of bracket play, the game right before, just to decide who's going to go to state. So they made quite the run to the postseason. They did really well for themselves. But they would lose to Juab in what I'm calling round 3 of bracket play. So good job. I hope they're super proud of themselves. I think they probably came in as a little bit of an underdog. I think if I recall correctly, they were ranked in number 7. So they did really well, and I hope they're proud of themselves. They were led in home runs by number 17. I think he had 2 numbers listed, but if I recall the game that I went to, he was wearing 17. I could be wrong, but his name is Peyton Cummings. He's a junior. He led with 7 home runs on the season, and I think he got 3 of them in. He got like 2 in one game, and then another one in the game after against, I think it was Delta, if I recall correctly. Really impressive, really impressive. Great job, young man. 7 home runs on the season for him. He's a junior. We should be expecting him back next year as well. Number 5, Crew Warren, the senior. He led with 33 runs. And number 8, Jordan Fossen, a junior, led with 55 strikeouts on the season. So good job again to Grantsville baseball. Way to make a push there in the postseason play. As for Stansbury baseball went 16-14 overall for their record, 8-7 in region. They would finish 4th in 4A Region 10, losing to Desert Hills in the Super Regional round. They were led by a number 11, Andrew Harris, led the team with 26 hits. There was no home runs listed for them. I don't know if that was the case or if that was just something that just didn't get added in Max Preps. Okay, so that's why we switched it up a little bit there. But Andrew Harris, number 11, he led the team with 26 hits. He also led with 29 runs according to Max Preps. And number 13, and happens to be our special guest interview today, Nolan Furgalthe, led with 60 strikeouts. So congratulations to all those teams. I know we didn't cover, we didn't cover all the spring sports. I tried my best, but I didn't know where to find all the track stuff. I didn't find out till a little bit later in the season, so I do apologize for that. Moving forward into the future, I'm going to try to definitely have a better game plan for that. So yeah, but that's your spring recap, and we're super proud of all these guys. We hope everybody's doing well. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna transition into our live interview, and we've got on the phone number 13, Nolan Furgalthe. And how you doing, young man?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
Good, good. Uh, First of all, I want to thank you for joining me here and being my guinea pig for the first ever live interview that we did. I hope it's working out well. I haven't heard anything. Nobody said anything in the chat, so I'm assuming it's going through pretty good. But I want to thank you
I think
again.
yeah, I think it's going good.
All right, perfect. Well, hey, listen, you know, we'll just kind of jump right into some of the questions here. Um, you guys had a pretty good season. You went 16 and 14. Actually, you know what? Let's pause that. Tell us a little bit about yourself, and then we'll get into some questions.
So I'm Nolan Furgalthe, left-handed pitcher, first baseman from Stansbury High School. I played my freshman year at Tooele, but then I transferred to Stansbury my sophomore year. Started varsity as a sophomore, and I've just been playing ever since for Stansbury.
So was there a reason that you transferred? Was it just like change of scenery, or did you guys move
I
locations
feel
and you
like
just lined up different, or what?
change of scenery was one of them, but also I feel it was more competitive in Stansbury. Not trying to talk any crap on anybody, but just I feel like it's more competitive out there for baseball wise.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. So how long have you been playing baseball?
Since I was like 6, a while. It's been a long, long time.
So as long as you can walk and talk, you've been throwing a ball?
Oh yeah,
Right on, man. That's awesome.
yeah,
That's awesome.
that is yeah.
All right, so again, you guys did pretty good this season. You went 16 and 14. That's a pretty good record. 8 and 7 in region, placing you guys in fourth. And you took the inter-county bragging rights, which is something we like to cover here. Those inter-county games, they're pretty cool to us.
Oh yeah,
You
very cool to
know,
us too.
yeah, I went to Tooele, so like when we would play, I mean Stansbury wasn't really popping when I was in high school, but when we would play Grantsville, you could always count on a bunch of shenanigans, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty
Oh
cool.
yeah,
So, how
oh yeah.
important was it to you guys to win those inter-county games,
Um,
personally and as a team?
it's just important because I mean, of course, it's Tooele. That's the like main one. But then this year we didn't get scheduled Grantsville regular season, so then we found out we're playing them in St. George, and we're like, well, that's perfect. We always want to play against them. They're good. They're a good team. They can hit really well and pitch really well, but just like we know that it's I don't know. It's really fun too. It's just fun to because you know most of the kids too. Like growing up playing baseball in Tooele County, you
Sure,
know most
sure.
of the kids on the other teams, and you're like friends with them. But it's just like I mean, there's still a competition to it. Like so you can tell your friends, hey, I just beat you pretty much. It's just like yeah. And it was funny because the school district like bought like a new like field drag whatever, and it was like a joke over it if whoever won the games out of the season got to use the field drag and keep it at their field. We didn't end up getting to keep it at our field, but that was the joke over the whole entire season.
And you said a field tag? Is that what you said?
Like a field drag, like a big old
Oh,
machine just to
drag, drag,
drag the
drag.
field,
Okay,
like
okay.
a nice new one.
Sure. Well, that's cool. I mean, yeah, I think it can really do a lot for our communities. Those inter county games. I think it really gets a lot of people out there. What do you
Yeah,
feel? Do you feel like the crowd in those games is more intense, or do you think it's kind of just on par with everything else?
I think it is too. The Grantsville game down in St. George we even played them was a little. It was a little. It wasn't. It was chippy a little bit, but it was just like all the parents were involved, and it was just like and that's what makes baseball fun is like chippy making parents start yelling things at the umpires and the players and whatever and all the dugouts yell at each other too. I don't know. I like that type of baseball. It's just like I think that's what makes baseball fun is the competitiveness of and the like cockiness. It's like I've
Sure.
always thought you have to be you don't have to be cocky to be good, but you have to be cocky to be good at the same time. Like because cocky equals confidence. That's what I think. And it's just like if you have no confidence, you're not going to be good, and you have to know that you're good.
Yeah, no, I mean you definitely have to have faith in yourself. That's
Yeah,
definitely something you got to have for sure. Um,
yeah,
so okay, well, we'll keep moving on a little bit, but obviously the end goal was a state championship, right? But the way you guys bounced back against Juan Diego really
Oh
stood
yeah.
out to me because you guys lost 3 regular season games, and so it had to feel good to bounce back from that. Take us through how that felt for you personally, and then also as your team.
Well, we realized we played in regular season. The 3 games we lost, we only lost, but all 3 games combined score of 4. We lost 2 games by 1 and 1 game by 2. So we're like, we know we can beat them. We came back. When we saw them, we saw them on our schedule for the playoffs. We're like, we can beat these kids. They were talking trash all over like social media, whatever, talking trash about how like their hotel's already booked for St. George because we had to play Desert Hills the next round. They were just talking trash about that. So like, we're not gonna let that happen. Like, there's no way. We went into the game thinking we can win. It's winnable. We were just told that once we started to get up, they'd beat themselves. Like, they'd start yelling because they were just like started yelling at each other and stuff like that in the field. It was just like that. It was just crazy because we know they were easily beatable, and we were like upset that we lost in region play, but like we knew we should have won those games, and we came back and won those games. And it was just huge because like all they did was just talk, and we just like we talked a little bit back, but it was just like we just won, so we don't have to say too much.
Right. Well, so if I recall correctly, that was the only 3 game series where you guys got swept. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes. So I imagine that had to feel really good, and I think you guys are were onto something there by allowing them to beat themselves. Was there something that stood? I mean, I know you mentioned that they would kind of talk some crap and start fighting amongst each other, but was there something in particular that you guys kind of had an inclination that was going to happen if you guys just were patient and let it happen that way?
because it was just like in the regular season they were winning, they were still like talking crap to each other about if they didn't make a play or anything like that. It was just like, well, if we're winning and they talk, it's going to be even worse. And it was. They just would not shut up about everything and anything. And then we beat them finally. They were still talking trash on social media and whatever.
Right
Like,
on. Yeah, no,
yeah.
the social media is another beast, man. It's another beast,
Oh, yeah.
and I've noticed by doing this venture that there's a lot of little program or little pages that some of these kids start, and they can get pretty crap talky.
Oh, yeah. Like the Barstool accounts. I love those things. But yeah.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Okay, well, let's keep moving. So Max Preps has you listed at number 8 for strikeouts in all of 4A this year, with 60
Yeah.
total strikeouts and 199 batters faced, and that's an improvement from number 16 in 2024. That's got to be a
Yeah.
stat you're proud of. And what did you figure out this year, or what was it, and was that a point of emphasis for you?
It was a lot of knowing that I could be better for myself and my team, of working harder, learning new things about like mechanical wise and like mindset wise, and pretty much like we know this guy. His name's Kevin Blackburn. He does a lot of like mental training and mental toughness stuff, and I talked to him a lot, and it like because I think he's taught me that mentality is everything. If you like and like breathing and keeping yourself calm, because like you just gotta not get worked up in certain situations, and you can still perform. Like if you're worked up, it's harder to perform under pressure, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes complete sense. I mean, you got to
Yeah,
make calm, that's definitely something you learn in a lot of different fields in life too. And so, I don't know, we'll kind of get to it, I think, here in a little bit, but I don't know what your plans are in the future. But moving through in the future is definitely like staying calm is critical.
yeah.
So, I mean, was that really probably what catapulted that, or was it just also just
It was more
grinding it
that, and
out?
then just like just like again, it's back to mindset. Thinking that you're the best, and no one's better than you. Like that's what you have to think about. And like people are gonna beat you. It happens. You just have to realize, like, oh, I made a good pitch right there. It doesn't matter if the kid hit a double. Like, because I'm not gonna let you score after that. Like, it doesn't matter if they hit a double. Just keep throwing, and stuff will work out if you stay calm. But it's also like pitching wise. At least last year, I walked a few people, This year it was a little bit. It was I'm working on that. It was just a little bit less. It was just making pitches and letting defenses work, if that makes sense, and just staying calm. I think that's about it.
Right on, right on. So, what game throughout your time with you played all 4 years, correct?
Yeah.
What game meant the most to you throughout that time?
There's probably a couple. I can't really name like a certain one. Let me think about one. There was one. So I played freshman year with one of my friends. His name's Race Nelson, but I played with him like years and years before that. He passed away from a brain tumor my freshman summer, so just like hard. But then I just transferred to Stansbury after that. So we had like a summer ball game, and it was Twilla versus Stansbury. But it was the first game we all played ever since he passed away, and it was just like we had like special jerseys and hats that were made for it, and it was just like a very like just commemorative game for him, and it was just hard because it was just like yeah,
No, that's definitely tough. I mean, there's a lot of emotion in that. I could totally
yeah,
understand how that would be the game that stands out to you and will probably stick with you for a good portion of your life.
yeah,
No, that's pretty cool, man. I'm glad you guys were able to do that.
yeah,
So we're gonna jump back to the postseason play.
yeah.
You guys rallied back against Juan Diego, and then you moved to Super Regionals to face Desert Hills. The first game was pretty close. You guys lose that one 3-2. Pretty close there. They ended up winning, but the second game not so much. You guys lose 10-0. What made that such a difficult matchup for you guys?
Well, we knew they were good. They're good. They're a really good team. They're good hitting wise, good pitching wise. I threw the first game, and it was close. I threw 6 innings, but we ended up losing 3-2. I made one mistake on one pitch that the kid he had a home run, a 2-run home run, but like he went 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts before that. So I challenged him with the pitch he didn't hit all day before that, and he just hit it. So I'm just like I'm not mad about what happened. It's just it's just good hitters will hit
Sure.
as you realize good hitters will hit, and it's just like you can't just like be afraid of even if they were the number one team in the state, and I wasn't afraid of them because I like didn't think I wasn't scared. I just was prepared like mentally of just I can do this, I got this, and it was a good game. It was definitely like a really good like this type of baseball I love is like close games just like that.
Oh yeah,
We had a
no,
lot of those. We had a lot of those this year. It was like 1 or 2 run ball games, and it's just like they're fun because it's like going back and forth. But I definitely think we could have executed a couple more things that first game, and we could have won that. And then they would have probably just I don't know, because they were not expecting us to come out and only they were expecting us to come out and them like run rules the first game, and like there's like I don't know, they weren't they were thinking they were going to roll over us, and then it was the first game was 3-2, and I wasn't scared. So, but yeah, the second game though, it was I don't know. We were struggling at the plate, but they defensive wise, we had a good defensive game. It was just they could just hit the ball. Like that's really all I can
good
say about that
hitters.
game.
Yeah.
They were really good hitters. We threw our other lefty, so Beckham Rowley, and like he's good. He's only a sophomore, but they just hit him, and it was just like we didn't know what to do because I
Yeah, I
mean
mean,
yeah
when it's
they're
clicking, right?
yeah
That's that's tough. I mean, but I mean, you guys should definitely. I think, in my opinion, you guys should definitely hang your heads high. I mean, obviously, you wanted to get
yeah
further. Everybody wants to get further, right? But I think you should hang your heads high because I think if you look
no
at
yeah
that matchup on paper, there was probably a lot of people that probably didn't even expect you guys to compete, and then
yeah
you go out there in that first game, you lose it, but with a close score of 3-2, I think that probably changed the perspective in a lot of people's minds. So I hope you guys are
oh
hanging your
yeah
heads high.
no it definitely did. Even their coaches were like the next day I talked to one of them and he's like you threw really good. We didn't expect you guys to come out like that, and I was just like yeah
Right on, right on. So in terms of overall baseball and your drive to do baseball as a, you know, I don't know, profession, as extracurricular, whatever words you want to throw at it, right? Who was your
Yeah,
biggest influence and motivation for that?
that was hard. It's a lot of people in my life that have influenced me, like my parents at least, and then coaches. Like definitely, our pitching coach at Stansbury definitely is like one of my favorite coaches I've had ever. He's just so like a good person to talk to, and it's just like you can like talk to things about in life that's happening to him, and just he'll just like talk to you about it, and he'll just make jokes about life and whatever, and it's just like he's definitely like influenced the mental side of the game because he just tell me prepare your mind, and it just like reminds you to just relax, like you can do it, you got it.
So, if you had to cast a vote for MVP for your team for this season, who would you nominate and why?
hmm Well, I think Andrew Harris because he stepped up last year. Didn't play. I think he played a little bit of JV, but just a little bit of JV, so it wasn't any varsity experience. But he stepped up this year and was like really good. He stepped up wise, shortstop wise. He was good fielding, good hitting. I think he just stepped up and filled like some really big shoes of like he never having that type of experience and going and batting. Like I think he hit like 430.
Where's my notes at? I didn't get that part. I didn't write that part down. All I got is that he
Yeah,
led the team with 26 hits and
yeah.
29 runs. Those were the notes
I
I
mean,
wrote
yeah,
down.
but he stepped up really big for us in certain situations where it was just like we didn't know what we'd do if like I didn't know if we do what we do if we didn't have him at short. He was really good.
Right on, right
And
on. Well, hopefully he's listening to it and patting himself on the back there.
hopefully.
So one of the things that I like to do, and I haven't necessarily done so well at it as of late, is I like to look for players to watch in the future. I really like watching like JV games. You know, freshman games
Yeah.
can be a little rough sometimes, but you know, I enjoy watching those underclassmen games because you get to see certain things in some players. So, who, in your opinion, should we be keeping an eye on moving into next season? Um,
There, there's definitely a lot of kids in this county that like younger kids that are gonna be good and going places for college. Well, Andrew Harris is one of them. There's certain other kids, like of course Peyton Cummings. That's one of my longtime friends. I've played this for a while. Connor Higgins, he goes to Twilla, but yeah, there's just a whole bunch of younger kids that I think will keep going next year. Jonas Gubler. He was younger. He's a pitcher for us for Stansbury. He's gonna have to step up next year and assume a starting role in the rotation. It's just like you just got to realize you can do anything you put your mind to and just do it.
do you have confidence that he's going to be able to do that and you know
Yeah,
maybe
I
not
do.
fill the shoes immediately, but build into it?
Yeah, I think he will. I've been coaching him a lot, like not coaching him, but like coaching him up, like
Mentoring.
talking to him about stuff, and yeah, mentally, and just talking him up, like you can do like training mechanics too.
Hmm.
So it's just like I think he's got it, and I know he can do it, and yeah,
So every program, I mean, since you're talking about mentoring, it kind of leads into the next question perfectly, right? Every program can
yeah.
improve somewhere. What do you think would be a valuable improvement to the Stansbury baseball team moving into the future from your perspective?
Oof. I don't really. I mean, I wouldn't say there's anything that I've seen that was bad, but there's just like little, like everyone's gonna make mistakes. No coach is gonna be perfect ever.
Sure.
But it's just like I don't really, I don't know. I don't think like I, it's very organized over there. It's very like well put out, and it's just like that's why probably most of the reason I did because Twilla isn't really organized, and then so it's just like I like organization of just stuff. So it's just like hard.
That's fair. So I mean, I'm not necessarily looking for you to throw shade on your program by any means. That's not what I'm asking.
No, I know.
What I'm trying to get at is there something that you think you would maybe like to see implemented, whether it's within the team as far as the
Oh,
players or the coaching staff that you think would be just beneficial overall to just help the program move to an even better direction.
well,
That's all I
we
was
we
getting at.
oh, that makes sense. We definitely like this year for seniors, we implemented a whole bunch of stuff like dressing for home games and 60 seconds out of the in and out of the dugout in between innings. So I think we implemented good stuff, and then the seniors next year will definitely build on it. They're a good group of juniors, now seniors, that will build on it. And I think they'll see stuff that they need to pick up and build off of. So yeah, it's just like I don't know.
No, I mean, listen, that kind of stuff, believe it or not, I think is critical for people to address. We used to do something similar in my previous profession, and we would just, it's an after action review type stuff, and we would just suggest things that maybe might be beneficial moving forward. I think those things are very important. That's why I asked the question. So thank you for answering that.
No, yeah,
What advice would you like to give to future players, though? Both, both on the team coming up for next year, right? And then also those younger generations that might be striving to get there.
yeah, no, definitely. It goes by super fast. Like as a freshman, I'm like, oh, I have 3 more years of this stuff, and it's now I'm graduating next week, and it's just like
What am I
definitely
gonna do?
it goes by yeah, no, it goes by really fast. Just make the most of it. Try your best. Definitely that's the big thing. Just give effort, and you'll be good. Like work hard. That's all, and just you got it. Like just think I'm the best player there is. Like even if you're not, think you are, and you'll do good. You'll succeed.
That's self-confidence. That self-confidence. It is very important.
Yeah,
Okay. And the last question that I kind of have towards the interview topic is, what I was trying to do with this whole USB thing is I saw a void where I really felt like there wasn't much attention kind of getting brought towards Twilla County athletes in particular, and I think a lot of that had to do with records, unfortunately. But I think that they were missing actual talent, right? Case in
yeah.
point, when we look at the Twilla basketball team, the men's basketball team. Overall, on their season, they didn't really have a very good season for an overall record. But if you look at some of their individual play and some of the things that they really did well on, I think there was some people that were missing out on some really good talent there, right? So that's what we're trying to kind of showcase, right? It's like records records are what they are, but there's a lot of talented players out here, and we're trying to showcase that as best as possible. What would you like to see from us, or what do you think from us would be beneficial to improve on showcasing athletes and the programs within Twilla County?
No, definitely. It's helped a lot. It's just I don't know. I think you're pretty good at doing what you're doing. Like I don't really think there's anything else other you can do except just like showcase. So I like how it's like the game day stuff because not every like high school does that type of stuff, but I like that that was put out and stuff like that, so it lets people know that they're playing, and it's just like then people can show up and watch. That's a big thing. And then let's see what else. I don't know. Uh, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. From what I've seen, it's really good run, and it's just getting exposure to athletes. I think that's a huge thing too. Is getting
Really
kids,
what we're trying to do.
yeah, getting kids out there of stuff like that, and then just cause that's a huge thing about going to college too is exposure. If you can get your
Right.
name out there, you can go play somewhere in college. Like it's yeah,
And then that's perfect because that leads into my final question, which I didn't prep you for. All right. I know I sent you
that's okay.
some questions, but what
Yeah,
are your plans? What are you doing moving forward? Because you're done with your high school career. Are you moving on to play at the collegiate level? Do you have any
yeah.
prospects, or what do you got
I have a
going on?
whole I have a like 15 offers to go to college, so I'm still weighing my options out right now.
Right
But
on.
I probably will commit soon. But yeah, so it's just like I've yeah all over the West Coast. and I'll just decide where it takes me. I originally committed to a college in Washington, but I realized I wanted to stay home, so I decommitted from that college, and then so I'm staying home, going somewhere in Utah, some JUCO school in Utah.
Right on, man. Right on. Well, hey, I mean, listen, make the decision that you feel is best for you. You know, and that's all you
Yeah,
can really do. And congratulations on getting those offers. You know, we will do our best to try to to support you in that. I know, like, I follow a couple of the football players that went to some JUCO schools around here. We try to shout them out when we get the opportunities, and we'll definitely do the same for you. So, congratulations. Best of luck in that as well. What are you planning to go to school for besides baseball, obviously?
real estate. So I'm gonna do my generals and then get a business degree, and then I'm gonna do real estate after that.
Sounds like you got a heck of a plan, young man, and that's
Yep.
90% of the battle is the plan.
Yes, it is.
Well, hey, congratulations on a great season. I mean, again, obviously it didn't go where you were hoping it'd go, but you had a pretty good season. You jumped up 8 spots in the strikeout category for
And
4A.
then
Yep, go ahead.
number one in 4A for ERA too. I looked and saw that before too.
Number one. Okay. Well, my bad for not getting
Yeah,
that out there. That would have been
you're good. No worries.
that probably would have been a better stat to highlight, right? So,
I
uh,
mean, yeah, they're both pretty good though.
I'm a basketball football guy. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. You know,
Gotcha.
I'm familiar with baseball and stuff, but I'm by no means an expert.
That's okay.
So that's awesome though, man. Congratulations again. Thank you for volunteering to be the guinea pig for our live broadcast. I do appreciate it greatly. I don't have any merchandise yet, but I'll put you on a list that if I do get some, I'll send you something.
All right, thank you. It was
So,
fun. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
no, I appreciate it. Thank you again, and we hope you have a great rest of your day, young man.
Thank you. You too.
All
Have a
right,
good day.
take care.
Bye.
All right, so that wraps up the live interview with Nolan Furgalthe, their pitcher, senior pitcher for Stansbury High School baseball team. So again, special shout out to him. Thank you for for being a part of this and helping me test this out because I don't really know, you know, what I'm doing here. We're just kind of winging it. So yeah, that's going to wrap up the episode. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I do have some plans moving forward. We do plan to do some more of these live interviews. Again, I don't want to stick with the 1 p.m. time, but we're gonna keep trying to figure it out, and um, I'm hopeful to get some more interviews out there. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Your feedback is always welcome. Um, please let me know what you guys think of it. And again, congratulations to Nolan Furgalthe there, and you know we wish him luck wherever he decides to go. So, hey, thanks again. This has been Unaffiliated Sports Broadcast, the spring recap and the live interview. Yeah, more to follow, more to follow. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope everybody has a great day. Please take care of yourselves. Please take care of each other. Until next time, guys, I'll see you at the games.